have this memory of paintings my grandmother made of autumnal trees bathed in gold and green. I can't find them. I remember being in awe of how she explained how to paint those leaves, how to layer color to give the idea of light hitting different parts of the tree. She tinted photographs as her occupation, mostly seascapes. But I do have paintings of trees by her grandfather, something that must have run in the family. I've only started painting tree silhouettes, wireframe art, the bare tree. This year I kind of want to attempt a study in color. Maybe the most laudable and poignant quote I can think of about trees and society is, "A society grows great when old men or women plant trees in whose shade they shall never sit." The oldest tree in the Halifax Peninsula might be here on the Dalhousie campus, so I've heard from artists and dendrologists. An image of a tree really does not do justice to all the work a tree does for us. And a single tree, a whole forest, its contribution is immeasurable. I visited the Sycamore Gap 4 years before the tree vandals got to it. A few years later, during the pandemic, we had tree vandals attempt to gird all the historic trees of our city's Central Park. They were never caught, but luckily all the trees survived. Hurricane Juan took the dense canopy of my childhood and turned it to bare sky. This is Joseph Boyce lecturing on what makes an artistic act, a blueprint, a blackboard. It was some years before planting trees became his grand geste in his own hometown. My mother planted trees. She says that she planted this magnolia and this cherry tree, which tracks as she lived here at this address with my grandmother way back then. The mantra, who planted trees. 20 years later, this is where my grandmother showed me how she painted trees. The Gran who painted trees. The spirit of an area truly lives in the trees. On some midsummer night's dream, I find myself here. The fairy wood, as I thought of it. I was lucky to grow up by this small dog park full of upended tree trunks. To my knowledge, it has no name or designation, but Google calls it Forest Park. I went to try and find the tree my grandmother told me housed fairies, but I didn't find it exactly as my memory retains it. I did find many likely new homes for the fae folk, which makes me feel like it's still alive and well. I hope the sky of Point Pleasant Park is as full in the future as it is in my memory. And maybe I'll have some hand in that.